Hello everyone and welcome back to another Figma tutorial. In this video we're going to take a look at how we can create the color change animation of any product for a product page design. So you can see the demo on your screens right now. So this is the animation that we're looking for as our final product. So we want to have the option to change our colors. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Fahim Kamal, UI UX designer for Essential Web Apps. We regularly upload videos on WordPress, Figma, website and social media strategies, and web design and development topics. If you find your videos to be helpful and informative, then please consider subscribing to our channel and hit the bell icon for new video notifications. If you like this video, please hit the like icon and the share button. We also have both free and paid courses on Figma, as well as some other courses that are free, so please check the description box for the links of the courses. Without any further ado, let's get started. So here is our main project file, and we will provide this file for you, and you can look for this in the description below. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to obviously have to start with the product page design. So here you can see that I have already created the product page design. So we're simply gonna make a copy of it. So we hold down the option key and make a duplicate copy of this over here. And from here, what we want to do is, so this is our primary chair, and you can see that this is where I have the primary asset. So this is the original photo, and on top of it, if you take a look, so we have this sofa mask. It is this one over here, so you can see this black line. So this is basically a vector drawing that I made. So I basically made a cutout in the shape of this sofa, only the top part. So we do not want the leg, we want the legs to be outside of this. That is because we do not want the legs to be colored. So only the color of the cushion or only the color of the sofa fabric is going to change. That is why we have a cutout. And in the next step, I'm going to show you why. And on the top left corner over here, you can see that I have a component created that is named color. So here we only have the different color swatches, and we also have a text that says select color. So this is all. So now what I want to show you is how we get this cut out. The first thing that we want to do is we want to select the image and we want to make a copy of it over here. And next we want to select this cutout or the vector drawing that I have, and we want to make another copy of this as well. So holding down the option key, I'm simply going to drag it down. So if I drag it down and if we zoom in, you can see that this is in the shape of the cushion. So we're going to select this and we're going to put it right on top of the chair cushion part. So we're going to make sure that it sits properly, and it is sitting properly. And now we're going to send this to the back. So the keyboard shortcut is Command left bracket, and that sends this to the back. And we want this to be behind the product image. So this is the product image, and we want it to be behind this. So we can simply bring the product image on top. And once it's on top, we want to select both of them, and we're going to create a mask. So what that does is that cuts out this part. So now we can't still see the sofa. That's because we do not have any fill for this. So we're going to select the sofa mask, and we're just going to add a fill to it. Just as soon as we add the fill, you can see that we can see the cushion part only. Now the next thing that we want to do is, so we already have the original image placed over here. So you can see this is the image. So let's get rid of this part. So this is already created. So this is the original image. Now we're going to select this cutout and we're going to place it right on top of this part. So you can see this is right on top. So we're going to make sure this aligns properly, and we can use the arrow keys for fine navigation. So once we have that placed properly, so the next thing that we want to do is, so let's get rid of this one, and we're gonna make a copy of this one as well. So let's bring down this one, and we'll just place it over here and position it roughly where it was. So let's detach this instance, and then let's just bring another frame on left side, and so we can put this over here so that we can see it clearly. Now once that's done, what we want to do is we want to select only the So if you take a look inside the colors, so you see we have these rectangles that have the color patches, and we also have different check marks for individual boxes. So we're only going to select the color patches. So all the color patches, we're going to select them, and then we're going to bring them in on top. We're going to make a copy of them, and we're going to bring them in on top of the sofa. Now once we have the copy, we're going to select them and we're going to cut them, and we're going to make sure that we paste them inside of the mask group on top of the product shot. So we'll simply paste them over here. So now they're inside the product shot or the mask group. So now we're just gonna align all of them centered. So now they're all centered. So we're simply going to select all of these except for the olive green one, so which is the original color of the picture. And we're just gonna set their opacity to 0. So simply double press the 0 key on your keyboards and that will set the opacity to 0. And then we're gonna select the olive green one and we're just gonna increase the size of it. We're gonna select all of these, the color swatches, and we're gonna change the layer settings of them. So we're gonna change their blending mode to color. So once we do that, now you can see that this blends as the color. So now what we want to do is we simply want to make this into, so we're going to select this one, and so we're going to make this into a component. And once we have the component, we're just going to make a duplicate copy of it. We're just going to simply make a duplicate copy of the component, an instance, and we're going to place it properly over here. And that seems about right. And once that's done, we're simply going to select the entire page and we're just going to make duplicates. So we have 5 different colors, so we're going to make 5 copies of it. Now for the second one, remember that we have these check marks. So first thing we're going to fix is we're going to select all of the color boxes. So this one should be the red one. So we're going to go into the colors tree on the left hand side, layers tab, and we're gonna select the olive green and we're gonna make it invisible. So we can simply once again press O 2 times. We're gonna press 0 2 times on our keyboard, and that will, if you zoom in, you can see that the check mark has turned invisible. And then we're gonna select the red check over here and turn it on. So simply press 0 once. And once we're done that, so let's close this up. Now we're going to do the same for all of the other ones as well. So we're going to make sure that each one has the proper color check marked. Now once we have that set up, next part is we want to go into the masked group. And once we have the masked group selected, so we're going to select the olive green and we're just going to decrease the size. And while decreasing the size, we can hold down the option key and that will, we can hold down the shift key and the option key, and that will keep the proportions correct. And we want to set the opacity of this one to 0. So once again, we're going to double click on the 0 and set the opacity to 0 and select the red one and set the opacity to 100%. And this time, so this is 48 by 48. So let's select the green one and make sure that's 48 by 48. And then we're going to select the red one and we're simply going to increase the size of it. And we're going to repeat this process for all of these ones. So we're going to change the color. So we're just going to make sure that we keep this synchronized with the page color selection check mark. Once we have all the colors set properly, so you can see that I have individually selected each colors. Now you see, now I'm going to show you why we made the component in the first time. So now once we have the component selected, we can simply select each of these color swatches. So for the olive green, we're going to select the olive green and we're going to move into the prototypes tab, and then you can see that we already have connections over here because we already had this created. So let's get rid of this one and we're going to get rid of all of the previously made connections. So now we're going to select the olive green, and we're simply going to draw a connection from the olive green to the first product page because that is the olive green colored. And here we're going to select navigate to product page, and we're going to set the animation to smart animate, and the option is going to be ease out, and the timing is going to be whatever you choose, but for this demonstration I went ahead with 600 milliseconds. You can obviously play around with the time and see what happens. Now we're going to connect all of these color swatches to the respected boxes. And once we have that, we can simply press this, we can simply select this one and go into the presentation mode. And here we can see that all of these are working perfectly. So this will be all for today. I hope you guys had fun learning this with us today. And this is a very hefty and neat trick to have under your repertoire. So I hope I could teach you how this could be done easily. So I hope I see you guys back on the next video. Until then, take care and have fun. So I hope you guys learned a few things and you guys had fun learning it. So this will be all for today. Please subscribe to our channel. There will be a lot more of resourceful videos to come. And also check out our Figma free course as well as our paid course if you're interested into becoming an UI UX designer. Thank you all, and I'll see you guys back on the next video.